what used to take me 40 hours a week, now I can do it in basically 16 hours. So it saves me 3 days worth of work.
So high-level coder, 2 or 3 hours of work. Now you're able to do that with one sentence.
But one sentence, and it took about maybe less than a minute for it to generate the code.
Wow, this is insane.
Welcome to the 25 AI Tools of Christmas, where two founders explore how real people are using AI in their actual workflows. I'm Kelly, your human narrator. This isn't a typical tutorial. It's a learning experience. Today's featured tool is Claude. It's like Clippy from Microsoft Word got a PhD and a personality upgrade. Let's meet Covey.
Hi, my name is Kovey Kovalan. I was born and raised in Malaysia before coming to the US. My whole journey in AI all started because, just being a teenager in Malaysia. And I had exposed to a console called Atari. I don't know if you guys know. That passion really carried me over to be able to be accepted by the Ohio State University. I was able to use these gaming cards that goes into PCs and beat multi-million-dollar mainframes. I was working on a NASA project at the time. Fast forward, I went for work for a defense company. We dropped missiles from an F-15 on a dead center of attack each time. That's why I picked up my AI skills. But I was still trying to use these gaming technologies for these things. I worked for a company called Fujifilm Medical Systems. They did medical imaging, and I was trying to say, hey, we should use these off-the-shelf components from gaming to do this. But they weren't interested, so I left and started my company, got about 10 million in grants, built AI-based medical imaging platform that has 14 patents, and now bringing it to market and deployed at 40 centers.
Back to the featured tool, Claude. It's a conversational AI assistant that's great for brainstorming complex ideas, summarizing long documents, and even helping you write code. Now let's dive into the moments that helped us understand the value of this tool and why it might matter to you.
It's very useful when it comes to coding. People use the term vibe coding, and we'll go through that a little bit here and show you what that looks like. Vibe coding is essentially, instead of coding from ground up, you can just go to this tool and type concepts. So for the first time, you can actually talk to the computer instead of writing code to be able to deliver applications. And that could help you to run your own agents so that you can do the task without going and automating using coding. And I think that will be very helpful for someone like an entrepreneur. And that's my background, being an entrepreneur, especially when going from 0 to 1. You don't have a lot of help in terms of human resources to be able to create something from nothing. Let's see what Claude can do by just giving instructions. So I'm going to drag this into the tool, and I'm just going to say, create a web page that draws this one line at a time in slow motion. So you can see that it's creating code. You don't even have to write any code. All you said was in plain English, create me a web page that draws this one line at a time, and I gave it graphics. But no,
This is insane.
This is insane, right? All I said
Yes.
was draw, and it did it. Notice what it did. Essentially, it draws the line, just one line at a time. And by doing one line at a time, you get that diamond shape.
If you were to try to make that web page, how long would it take you to make that web page and write that code?
As an experienced coder, that piece of code would have took me maybe 2 or 3 hours. But that alone.
So high-level coder, 2 or 3 hours of work. Now you're able to do that with one sentence.
Right, one sentence, and it took about maybe less than a minute for it to generate the code. For daily use, you can even connect Claude to tools. So for example, I have connected Gmail and Calendar to my Claude. By using maybe my calendar, I can set an appointment. Add an appointment on my calendar for 2 p.m. today to check up on March. So this is my Google Calendar. So you can then basically from Claude prompt, it can do the work for you. So it went in, it created the appointment, says I've added check up March. So now if I go to the calendar, there you have it. It's on my calendar automatically.
Wow.
Same thing. And if I want to delete it from my calendar, I can just go ahead and say, well, delete my calendar event at 2 p.m. And I do that. But here's an example. I set us to delete. Now if I go back there, it's deleted. So I didn't have to move a finger to go and do all these things. All I have to do is just type it and tell the computer what to do, and it did it.
Wow. So even from a basic consumer level, if just using it in your day-to-day, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not having to go back and forth from different applications. It's almost like having a VA or just an assistant that helps you with your workflow, whatever level that may be.
Exactly.
This is great.
So when you see a fire truck, what do you think? Give me a clue. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Red, loud.
Red, perfect, loud, right? So these are features, right? When it comes to, like, for example, our eye, when the eye sees something and when our ears hear something, that information goes to our brain, and that brain processes it within so milliseconds and thinks of something. And the first thing that Justin said was red. What our eyes have done is basically go to the visual cortex and interpreted what it saw as red. And the thing that interprets it is called neurons. So in our brains, it's nothing but a bunch of neurons. These are cells that connects to synapse between other neurons. So if these bubbles on the right, neurons, these lines that connects them, synapses. And so this is how we model AI in the backend. These bunch of nodes, that neurons and connectivities, is how we model in AI.
So, is this a tool you could see adding to your day-to-day? Or maybe it's something for a friend or a colleague. Or hey, maybe even that AI Grinch in your life. If this episode helped you have a breakthrough, share it with us in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And don't forget to explore the Define Me stack list. It's got every tool in one place, plus a few extra goodies.